What's up? I'm doing this thing. Um, this pop's unscripted, and I have a little something I'm going to talk about, and y'all more than welcome to either ask for the link to jump in or comment in the chat over there. But um, I'm just kind of wondering if this is sustainable on the long term, and I don't mean just crowdfunding or any of it. Um, as a family, as a community, do we actually support each other enough to keep trying, to keep putting out stuff? Do we? Um, I've watched a few campaigns recently that should have easily funded that didn't. Okay, and it bums me out, especially like dojos, the Toro Tales. This is a book that had some great people in it. It was already complete. There was no waiting. There was no, um, I mean, I don't get why this book didn't get any support. You think with all those different people involved and all the different fan bases that those people have, that they should each bring enough fans to the table to sell the book. And it didn't work out that way. And it's not that he didn't get um, good publicity. He got on all the good shows. I mean, maybe not every single big show, but he got on some pretty big shows. He was being seen. He was being talked about, but was he truly being supported? This is my question to you guys as comic fans. Um, all these little guys, we got 50, 60, 70 people that back the book, and then it doesn't get funded. And those 60, 70 people that back the book don't get their book. And that sours them on backing the next book. Because what a disappointment it is to be looking forward to a good book, and then you get your money back or drag, right? As a fan, quit thinking as a creator for a minute and think as a fan. Okay, those are the people we're trying to serve. And even I recently have got caught up in forgetting that. Okay, because people talked me into doing a book. Not my thing. Okay, yeah, I want all of these people to get to have their book, their stories in print and all that. Oh yeah, I want that really bad for all of them because they're all good people. Um, I can't make people back the book. You know, I can put it out there in front of everybody. I can't make people get in their wallets. And during a time of economic stress like we're living in right now, the first thing people quit spending money on is their hobbies, is their loves. When gas goes up 40 freaking dollars to fill your tank, well, there goes two crowdfunding campaigns you can't back now this week. You just filled up your gas tank. Oops. So we have to understand that too. But one thing I really want you guys to consider, okay, and I'm talking to the big guys as well. When you big guys are asking the fans to throw their money at you months and years in advance, you're hurting all the little guys that are trying to get books out because everybody's money's tied up in your campaigns and they're not even complete. Dojo's book was done. He got zero support. Not zero support. I love everybody that backed it, but you know what I'm saying. His was done. It could have been in people's hands. We got to quit playing that years out game. Okay, quit playing that game with people. Don't tie their money up. We need that money to keep this. The only way this is sustainable is if the money isn't tied up in projects that aren't fulfilling yet for months. Okay, we need to figure out a better way to do this. And the better way to do this is make sure everybody gets funded first. Then worry about shooting somebody into orbit. Okay? We got to get all these projects funded so all these books are out there. If Toro Tales should have been funded. period. It should have been funded. There's no reason that book should have been overlooked like that. I'm sorry, Dojo. I am. And I'm a broke ass. I can't back every single book. Trust me, if I could, I would. I can't back every book. I can back very few, you know. I have to be really picky. How much do I like this one? How much do I like the way this one looks? Not always how much do I like this person. I'm a comic book fan, not a person fan. Trust me, I'm not a person fan. Okay. I've made some really good friends since I started doing this. People I really, really like that I didn't know before and that I totally respect. Okay. I've also met some straight up assholes since I started doing this. Let's be real. What's up, Tree Goblin? I love Ethan. I love what Ethan does. Ethan's got a lot of fans' money tied up over there. You know, some of my money's tied up in Godlight. We're getting closer. September. I hope it's ready in September. I hope it fulfills in September. When I see people put other projects in front of a project they're doing, then I get a little. Oh yeah, I know. Everybody does spend their money how they want, but it's like, I don't focus my money on those that are that are already way past funding. They're not the ones that I'm worried about. You know, they're funded. And I'm sure I'll be able to pick their book up on a special on eBay next week if I want it. I see a lot of books that are good that are not getting funded. And no, I don't want crap books either. I was very specific about looking at what you like. Okay. I'm also being very specific about, books that should be funded that don't get funded. And when, like I said, the economy goes to shit, the first thing people quit spending money on is the things they love, and then they look at that big name more than that little name because we only got a little bit of money now to spend. I get that, but I'm still, again, I'll be able to pick up all Ethan's books. I'll be able to pick them all up. They'll all be out there. I'll never be able to pick up Toro Tales unless he tries again and it funds. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's like we're losing the opportunity to read a lot of good stuff. And, this is not a slight on the big guys. I'm trying to say as fans, we're not going to get all the books we want if all we're focusing on is 6 digits. Getting that guy to 6 digits. Great. He got the 6 digits. When do I get the book? Yeah, okay. I agree, but there's a lot of comic fans. We're not just talking about, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of comic fans. If you see a niche book, a book that you like, but it's a niche book, and you hit share and you hit retweet, but do you share it and retweet it to places where that niche is hot? Like, do you go, like, I'll go, somebody has a horror book, I'll go to horror groups on Facebook and I'll post that book in a horror group where people like that kind of stuff, hoping to get that book funded. Okay. Hoping that we put it in front of fans that like that kind of stuff. That's, there's a lot of things that we can do to help get these books funded. And you can't tell me, Amanda, that it's not disappointing when you fund something or when you pledge for something that doesn't get funded. You wanted it. You can't tell me that doesn't disappoint you. That's what I'm talking about. I'm looking at it from the fan's point of view. I was a fan all my life. All my life. Okay. I see some really good books that just we don't get to see. We don't get to see because they don't get any love, and I don't mean any love from above. I mean, just straight up, how hard do we really help each other in the end? I know that you in 24, you got a show. Everybody's got shows, you know. We're all trying to do things that way, but then we're only talking to our own audience every day. Our audience every day. Like right now, I'm talking to my audience, you know. Um, Now, when we go to share things out, do we go outside of our own bubble? Do we go outside of our bubble when we're promoting other people? I try to. That's why I stayed on Facebook. That's why I'm a member of 400 Facebook groups, so that I can keep doing this and do it, in the way I feel might be effective. Not just coming out here and talking to the same people every day. Okay. What's up, Ms. G? Hooking bow. Jeremy, what are you doing? Like I said, this ain't like a rant or a anti anybody. This is we really, there's ways we can do this that'll help more people better. There really are. This isn't sustainable. This, the way it is now, where so many people are just hoping that they get the glimpse from above, and that just proof that with Toro Tales is proof that glimpse from above, that shine down from above, ain't always going to do it. Sometimes we, as the smaller guys, we all got to work together. We all have to work together. And when there's people out there that are, not helping, they're not helping. I try my best. I really do. What do you got there? What's that, Tree Goblin? What is that? Dudge Dread. Who's Dudge Dread? See, there's stuff I don't know about that I want to know about, so I can talk about it. What's up, Nico? But yeah, I mean, I feel that there's a better way that we can all work together. I mean, I try to promote everybody's shows. I try to do everything I can to increase my audience, to make sure I'm talking to a bigger group of people. If that means that I have to share everybody else's shows and get those people looking at me, or get my people looking at them, that's how we grow. And that's how we grow organically with real comic fans. And I appreciate there's a lot of people that use the drama to build their channel, but then in the end, that's the type of people that come to their channel to look for the drama. I'm building a comic promotion channel, and I want, when people come here, that's what I'd rather they were coming here for, was comics, to see what the new comics are. I might not never get monetized because that's my view on it, but that's okay. Because when I started this, it wasn't about me. It was about getting eyes on people's stuff, because COVID shut everything down. That was why I started doing this. It didn't have anything to do with anything else. I had zero aspirations to be involved in a comic book of any kind. When Ryan came to me, he said, "Pops, you got to do something with CRoM." I said, "No, I don't. I don't want to. Not my thing. I talk about comics. That's what I do." Now I'm all stressed out about trying to help all these people by getting this book funded. And, I used to just try to help people get funded. I didn't get stressed out about it. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't like trying to get a hold of Ryan, trying to get a hold of Anthony, saying we need to do this to the campaign page. We need to do that. I'm not nobody's boss. I ain't trying to be. I didn't want nothing to do with it. As long as you guys handle it and RJ handles the fulfillment, and all I got to do is talk about comics. Okay, then I'll do it. Yeah, I know, Ms. Good Stuff. And that's the whole thing. It's like, if it looks like something you like, and we push it out there. I like to focus more on the ones that are trying to get funded, because, like I say, you got 50, 60 people have already backed this book, and they're over there hoping, come on, man, get this one funded, because I really like it and I want it. I really like it. I can't wait to get my hands on it. And then it doesn't fund. Now, I'm not just talking about how disappointed I am. I feel for all them other people too that didn't get a book they wanted. So yeah, I concentrate on pushing them to the funding goal. You know, that's come on. Um, comic fans, comic fans want their comics, the ones they pledged for. I try to help the comic fans get their comics, the ones they pledged for. You know, it doesn't always work, but I try my best. Now, once it's funded, I'm on to the next guy. You know, I'm trying to get the next guy funded. Um, my joy out of doing promotion is being able to go, yeah, that guy we were talking about last week, funded, baby. That's where I get my enjoyment from. What's up, Doc? You know, yeah, I don't back them all. I can't afford to. If I could afford to back them all, Miss G, I probably fucking would, just because of what I just said. Not wanting the other fans to be disappointed by not getting their books. If I had, you know, money, yeah, I'd probably back every fucking Kickstarter, Indiegogo I see. You know, and that's just me. You know, Pastmaster Dan, what's up? Doc, what's up? But yeah, I mean, I've backed some books that weren't my thing because the kids would love them, so I got them for the kids. You know, comic fans, creating new comic fans. Thank you to all the people that make kids books because that keeps my grandkids involved and occupied and happy and all that. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Snuggie? Like, this definitely is not an argumentative stream by any means. I'm not trying to bring nobody down, not cause no kind of drama. I just have a view of the sustainability of this whole project. Okay. The object is to put comic books in the hands of comic fans, right? We need to help get as many of these projects funded. Now, hey, if the book sucks, book 2 ain't going to sell. I get it. You know, or if the first book sucked, book 2 ain't going to sell. Okay, I get that. And you can tell by the amount of backers that come back to a project for book 2, you know, if he's got, if the person's got way less backers, book 1 probably wasn't that good. Sorry. Okay, you know what I mean? It's definitely not an argumentative thing at all. It's how do we know if that book was any good? How do those fans that pledged that got refunded? Nobody ever knows that book. That book might have been the best fucking book ever, but it didn't get funded, so we won't know. That's what I'm saying. Don't. It ain't even go spend all your money. It ain't even that. But you know what I mean? It's like promoting the hell out of things, and sometimes not just to our own audience. That was the main thing. It was like grow your audience. If comic promoting is what you're doing, grow your audience to other comic promoters' audiences. Bounce off those, because yes, that's what I was talking about. Sam, 47 Furious Tales. It failed the first time. He came back and funded. Failed the second time, came back and funded. Failed the third time, came back and funded. Now everybody knows how good the quality of that book is and how good the story is. And it still struggles to fund on the first roll every time. Sam don't quit. Sam has 12 books laid out. That's a complete series. He's not going to quit. He's going to get 12 books out. There's a lot of fans of that book now. So, you know, hopefully it will continue to be successful. What's up, Snuggie? Not yet. Almost. I'm getting ready to hit that dude. But yeah, I'm not taking shots at anybody. I'm just trying to point out that the sustainability is only going to work if a lot more of these books get funded. You know, because a lot of people are going to get discouraged. They're not going to try. They're going to give up. Just as many as come back and try again will quit. You know, I even seen a 5-year veteran recently say, man, if something don't happen here soon, I'm gonna have to drop this. I ain't gonna say who it is. Y'all saw his tweet, I'm sure. Um, the smaller guys got to back up the smaller guys in as many ways as we possibly can, whether it's promoting or even throwing money at each other. If we got to do that, we got to do that. It's all the cross promoting is good because it brings other fans to look at your book, but it seems like even that now doesn't have the pull that it did just a year ago. It's I just want everybody to have fun, man. I just had a porn star ask to sign up for your painting class. Okay, that's a better topic, Doc. I'm sending you the link. Hold on. And I'm serious. That seems like a much better topic than what I'm talking about. So I'm sending Doc the link. This is how you cross promote. Straight up. There you go, Doc. Come on out. No, I'm not telling anybody what they're supposed to spend their money on or anything. I'm trying to figure out a way to make this sustainable and all the fans get the books they want. I'm trying to figure out a way. It's like I said, I didn't even want to be involved in the book I'm involved in. And it's hard. It's hard to stand on the sidelines and hope everybody's doing their job, right? Because I'm not the campaign manager and I'm not one of the creatives involved. And it's like, if it's that stressful on me, I can't imagine what it's like on these guys. And then for them not to fund, how crushing that would be. I remember Michael Oden. We were doing a closeout stream for his book, and he was $90 away from funded when it closed, and it was a fixed goal. And we were both so freaking bummed, man, because we had, been going, it had been going up and going up during the stream, and it was so close, and it didn't happen, and we were both so freaking bummed, man. But Michael was Michael. Michael's like, everybody that pledged on this book, we're gonna print it, you're gonna get it anyway, because Michael was Michael. He ain't a quitter, right? He gonna come out and make this shit happen. It was, yeah, I see it happening a lot more than like last year. It seemed like everybody, I was saying funded, boom, boom, boom. And it's like, now I say, ouch, a lot more. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, what happened to Toro Tales? That kind of bummed me out. That book should have.
The sun came out as soon as you brought me in. It's been storming all morning, and poof, let there be light.
It's,
Yeah, welcome. I just got a giant chuckle out of that. I'm not going to mention a name. I never heard of her. Enormous chested porn star saw my fine art channel and contacted me on the back end. How do I take classes? I said, well, I teach locally, and I'm in Metro Atlanta. Oh, let's see. Let me see. What did she say? How far a commute is that from Louisiana? Are you shitting me right now? Well, it's a 10-hour commute from where you're at.
You should have said something like, well, it's in the same country.
It's just an afternoon drive.
I know, Amanda, I wasn't saying you didn't want to see them succeed. I'm saying I'm trying to help figure out a way where we don't have to worry about whether or not they succeed.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out a way to make sure everybody gets their book funded. Like I said, if the book sucks and nobody backs the second one, I can't say shit about that. But you know what I mean? When I see a book not get funded, I get that lump in the stomach that says, there goes another creator that we might never see anything from again, or there's a whole bunch of fans that are disappointed in crowdfunding. Do you see what I'm saying? It's not sustainable to not get these books funded. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you. I'm not saying Doc. I'm not saying me. I'm saying us as a huge family of comic fans, which we are. A huge Look, there's 2,500 people in my Facebook group. 1,000 people follow me on Twitter. 600 here. Couple hundred more on Instagram. Now, yeah, a lot of them might be the same people, but we start with 2,500 in my Facebook group. There are comic fans out here. You know,
Mm-hmm.
we got to bring them what they want. We got to make sure they know it's available, and then make sure if they pledge, they get it in their hand.
Yeah, if my 1,000 friends on Facebook would only send me $20 each.
I'm saying if 10% of your friends on Facebook would send you $20 each,
Right.
okay.
My
But
my
that's
thinking,
a fan based thing. Are they your friends or are they your fans?
right, from from a creator's side, the way I look at it is this: I've got a good book that I'm going to put out. One way or another, I'm going to put it into people's hands, whether it's crowdfunding or some other way. Um, you know, because I have confidence in what I'm producing. Now, if it doesn't fund, if I were 30 years, 40 years younger, and I was trying this out for the first time and I didn't fund, would I be discouraged and not try to crowdfund again? Maybe. But I'm old, I'm experienced. I've been there, done that. Before
Mhm.
you get into the major galleries, you get rejected by 1,000 little mom and pop galleries. Uh, so a friend of mine once said about art, anybody can be an artist if you're willing to shed the tears. And that's true. And that applies to comic book artists too. If you're willing to put that much of your soul into it, you'll get out there and your product will move.
And again, now from the creator's point of view, from the fans' point of view, um, if you want crowdfunding to be a sustainable platform for selling books, no matter which platform, Ethan's new one or whatever, the books have to fund. People have to get the books in their hands in order to consider this platform successful. You know. Now, if you're like Kickstarter and you got 8 million fucking books, and it's like, okay, some of them work, some of them don't, you never hear about the ones that don't fund.
Hmm. Hmm.
You don't hear about them. Okay, all you hear about is the success stories. You know, as far as like sketch, what we're seeing with Toro Siamese wasn't received very well, and the cream rises to the top. But um, Toro wasn't a book by Dojo; it was a book that he put together an anthology of a whole bunch of stories. Right? Siamese wasn't even in it. You see what I'm saying? It's like so. It wasn't Dojo wrote that book. There's a whole bunch of creators that all have a fan base. Where were they? Are we not promoting properly? Are we not getting the word out to the right places? Are we doing this wrong? Is it just not sustainable?
Well,
That's what I'm saying.
there's another large factor at play, and that is that we're in a very shitty
Yeah,
economy
I
right now.
I brought that up twice. I
Yeah.
know because um,
Um, yeah, Sketch is
but it
saying,
should
well, it
matter.
doesn't
See,
matter. It's
because
still a project.
I'm not backing that book because Dojo's running the campaign. I'm backing the book because of the talent involved.
Hmm.
Okay, if people aren't backing the Cromniverse because Crom is a character from the Madness, I'm sorry to all 30 of the people involved.
No,
Um,
I don't think that's got anything to do with it at all.
well, I mean that's the way that. And I just threw myself in as an example because
Right,
I can't speak for Dojo. You see what
right,
I'm
right,
saying?
right,
If people don't back the Cromniverse project because I'm the one talking about it,
right, right. I get you. You
that's
know, we
really shitting on 30 fucking creatives.
we
Okay.
we were talking about this yesterday. That particularly in a really bad economy like we have right now. Hey, Anthony,
It's
speaking
okay.
of the devil, that's exactly who we were talking about it with. It's a big ask. Painting, I'm known. My name is out there a little bit. Um, in the comic book world, my name is not known. So it's a big ask for me to say to someone, back my book, put your hard earned money right now in a hard economy behind me and my project. And I've never done a comic book that you've seen.
Right.
That's a big ask right now. Not a lot of disposable income. So again, my approach is not putting the campaign out until the book is done and ready to go to print.
You
Um,
see, that's Toro Tales was done.
right, right. I'm not, yeah, that's not. I'm not presenting an
I'm,
opposing point of view. I'm
no, I
saying
know. I'm just saying it's like it there's all these things are pluses in the favor, and still it
exactly.
might work.
Sometimes it just doesn't happen,
You know, um,
and then
I'm
sometimes you see horrible things succeed, and sometimes good things fail. But Mrs. Good Stuff hit it just a moment ago, and so did you. It's persistence. Come right back at it again. Don't be a quitter. Just keep pushing. It'll get there. Like someone said a moment ago, magic happens.
yeah. Sometimes magic happens,
Hmm.
and and is some of those books that don't ever fund might have been one of those magics.
Right.
We didn't
Exactly.
get to find out. That's what I'm saying. It's like we didn't even get to find out. That might have
Yep.
been the next TMNT, but
Yeah.
yeah, we never even got to see it. And then that guy got all discouraged because he knows he had the shit, right? And
Hmm.
nobody bought it. And now he's
Yeah.
all bummed and he's off somewhere else doing some digging a ditch somewhere or something, trying to put food on his table. And I
Somebody
mean,
was talking about that yesterday on a total. Oh, Joe Rogan of all people was saying that he had one bad experience with an art critic that shot him down. Otherwise, he wanted to devote his life to art. Now, I would say he's been a little bit successful, not being an artist, but the same drive that's made him excel at all of that. What would have happened had he not had that one person shit on his dreams?
you see, it's like and yeah, Miss Good Stuff. That's what I'm out here saying. I'm trying to figure
Yeah.
out how we make this sustainable. There is no exact science. Um, I just hate seeing it. I hate seeing disappointed fans because first and foremost, I'm a fan. Okay, that's what I'm saying. It's like I hate to see books that don't fund. I mean, it's one thing if it's got 8 backers and it's got a goal of 4,000. Okay, and there's just no interest. I get that. But when somebody's got 50, 60, 70 people that pledged in and they're, you know, not that far away from funding and then it
Mhm.
just doesn't happen, I get bummed out not just for the creator, not just for the team involved in the project, but I get bummed out for all them fans. I'm a fan,
Yeah, Ms.
you
Good
know.
Stuff's also right. There's not an exact science, but I have found over a lifetime of making art professionally that my three principles still hold. If you want to succeed in art, and it does apply to comic books too, there's only three things you need to do. You got to make art, and that means make it proficiently and prolifically. Number two, you got to show it to people. You got to get it out in front of faces. And number three, be nice. Stand behind your product, deliver more than is asked for, and meet expectations, and you'll do all right in the long run. You just got to consistently do those three things.
Now, see, first off, I'm not making excuses for anybody. Let's be more honest with creators. Siamese didn't leave a bad taste in my mouth, and I don't know exactly what it is you're referring to. And you saw very little bit of the art that's on Toro, and some of it didn't think it was bad at all. This is an opinion thing, sketch. It's your
What's up,
opinion
Sam?
versus other people's opinions. But when you say you need to start being more honest, Siamese left a bad taste in many a mouth. Um, I don't know. I haven't had anybody come to me and go, "Yo, man, that book really sucked." Blah blah blah. So I don't know who else's mouth other than yours you're referring to, but that to me just seems like um,
What's up, Mutt?
going outside a little bit.
What's up, Sam?
I'm not here to critique anybody's books.
I'll
Okay,
take
that's
I'll
not
take
what
a
this
great
was about.
story with mediocre art or a mediocre story with great art. Just don't give me a bad story with bad
With
art,
bad art, yeah.
be-
Don't give me
because
both.
what that says to me is that you didn't get other people to proof it before you came forward with it. You didn't take the time to invest in
Mhm.
feedback from others.
Keep going, Doc. I gotta.
Okay, you take that call, brother. Yeah, I mean, is crowdfunding sustainable? Yes, I think it is. The internet is out there working for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to a global market. It's on you as a creator to get out there and push yourself and promote yourself. That's that part two of what you've got to do. You've got to show your art to people, get it out there in front of folks, and get yourself out there. When I do a gallery opening, they're boring as hell. I hate going to them. The first one's exciting, ooh you know, but then you go and you stand around all night drinking cheap wine and talking to hoity-toities and hoping somebody's going to buy your painting. That's all you want them to do. But it's part of the gig. You have to be personable. You talk to people. You tell them, I'm a landscape painter, and it always kills me when people try to find a deeper meaning in it. There's no deeper meaning. It was a pretty scene, and I painted it. That's it. But if they want to find a deeper meaning in it, yeah, I'll go there with them while we're talking, because I want them to buy the art. I want to meet their expectations as an artist as far as how I am personally. So same thing applies over here. If you're making a comic book, you got to, first of all, believe in what you're putting out. Is your product good? Then open your mouth and tell people it's good. Tell them why it's good. Tell them what they might not know about it. Give them a reason to want to be interested in your product. But also, don't be a douche. Be a nice person. Be approachable. And then, of course, go back to number one of the things you got to do. You got to make the art. And that means make it a lot, get it in front of people, and make it well. Like Jim Shooter said, guys, we make art, or what is it? You tell good stories and tell them well. That's not complicated. That may just be the magic formula. And like everyone has said, including me, it does really come down to luck of the draw and factors outside of your control. All you can do is stay on top of the things that you do have control over. Am I right? Chat, talk to me. I feel alone. I can't let you in, Anthony, but Pops will when he comes back. Yes, don't be a douche. Listen, I've seen a lot of creators, Mrs. Good Stuff, come on to chats and just shit on the floor. Why would you invite that person back in your house again? Don't come out and be an asshole. The world's filled with assholes. We don't need any more of them. Be a genuine person. Be a good person. Hey, Tree Goblin, what's going on, buddy? You're at work. I get that. I was working, then I saw Pops went live, and I thought I'd come back here and watch. And that's when I found out a porn star wanted to take lessons. Ooh. I need to stop talking about that, though. What if she really does become a student at the school I teach at? That would be horrible for me to be talking about that. Don't be a douche. You're right, Anthony. You're exactly right. There's another thing too and I've made videos about this on my fine art channel. You can go over to Christopher Blaylock Fine Art and look up the video I have called "This Is Not Art." There is a whole world out there of people that just, they basically shelter money by buying bullshit and calling it art. In particular, the one that flew all over me was a guy dipped a mop in red paint and just went whoosh and swirled it around on a canvas, and it sold for, I think, $32 million. Are you shitting me? With all the work creators here, particularly in comic books, put into their projects. And then this garbage gets out there and people talk about the deeper meaning. What's up, Anthony?
Great to pull me on right when I'm yawning, Pops. Thanks.
Good. You hold it down for a second. I got to go get some more coffee.
Great.
It's the Anthony Romano Show.
I just woke up. Anyway, what's going on, chat? Hail to everybody. Who we got out there? Amanda B. Mrs. G. Anthony Sika. What's going on, pal? Jeremy Burtz. I think I saw a Tree Goblin up in there. Yeah, there he is. But hey, what's going on? So I was in the back when I think you were talking about Sketch the Rapey. Said something about Siamese, not people not liking Siamese and stuff.
Yeah, well,
I know you said that you're not here to criticize everybody's book, which is fair. I'm not here to criticize people's books.
I mean, that wasn't what the stream was about.
Yeah, especially, well, I'm just saying, especially but I get Jeremy's point too. Like, if I don't like a book, I might not publicly blast it, but I might not back the person again, or I might wait to see how the next one rolls around and maybe back the third one or something. But you have to understand, like some of these people, that are customers, not necessarily are out here to criticize the book, but that's what they're doing. If they're spending their money, $25, $30, $100, $200 on campaigns, waiting 6 months to a year for a book to come out, and when it comes out, if it doesn't knock their socks off, or at least engage them in a way that they're like, okay, I need to know what happens next, they are in a way criticizing the book. They are, you know what I mean? Like, so that's, we got to, as creators, you have to, you got to.
If the book sucks, there's no saving it. Okay, you can't ask people to back something that they already saw and weren't impressed with. Okay.
Now, I think he was talking about Dojo's other book, right?
Yeah. See, I was talking about Toro Tales, which had, quite a few different people involved. It wasn't Dojo, right?
Right. Well, see, did he market it that way? Because I'll be honest with you, until you said that just now, I didn't know.
Hey, Brian.
Well, obviously, how people market their stuff and whether or not they take it outside of their own bubble.
Right.
Anthony
came out on my show during CROMCon and he talked about it, but all I can do is provide a platform for them to come out, how they present it and all that.
Right. But that's why when we put the campaign together for CROMniVerse, like how many times did I say we need, like how many times did I enforce, the fact, like whether it be on the page, in the trailer, every time like it's mentioned, it's 14 stories, 16 different creators, 14 stories, 16 different creators, 14 stories, 16 different creators, right? Mm-hmm. People, if anything, people know that it's 14 stories and 16 different creators. They might not know anything else about this book other than it's 14 stories.
And that's all I do is I keep holding this up, this list of people, involved in this project. It's like,
it's going to do fine. It's going to do fine.
It does fine. It doesn't do fine. I'm just like that really, again, this was all about just, is this whole thing sustainable in this way?
Yeah, no, it absolutely is. The problem is you're going to have your ebbs and flows. Like Doc said also, we are in one of the biggest inflations,
brutal economy right now.
I went to the supermarket yesterday. I got 2 little 6-packs of iced teas.
Yeah.
2 orange juices, normal, what are they, quart of orange, quart of orange, 2 orange juices, a thing of Entenmann's cake.
Yeah.
And a thing of Entenmann's cookies.
You were going high dollar on the cake.
Yeah, but listen, 2 orange juices, 2 6-packs of iced teas, and Entenmann's cake and Entenmann's cookies. That's all I bought.
$24.
$37.
37? Where the fuck? Oh yeah, you're in New Jersey. That's it.
And this is the thing. All right, hard math, real quick, and this is all I'm gonna say about the economy because it's obvious. If you got a 5% raise, which you didn't because of the economy, and there's 7.9% inflation, then you took a 2.9% pay cut. You didn't get a raise because your dollar not going as far. So I'm thinking.
And if you didn't get a raise, you got to set 8%
cut. Yeah.
Cut. Yeah.
Yeah. So
and another reason I'm asking is this going to be sustainable?
It is.
Are we going to have to shrink the size of our books, sell $5 books? What are we going to have to do?
The economy is going to get better, first of all, in November. It will immediately start improving. Trust me, history bears that out.
This is something else I was looking at. Okay, I'm looking at the Long Shots campaign. Okay, now, first thing people got to understand is a lot of people already have these books. Okay, God's Hand came out in a graphic novel form. This is a floppy of it, right? The beginning of it, the first 32 pages or whatever. It's a floppy, but a lot of people have already read this book. Okay, all 9 of those books on that campaign have already been on the market. So I'm looking at this and I'm like, so what about if some new creators, 3 or 4 new creators, get together and put all their books on one campaign?
Right. Okay. So this goes back to the same problem people have. Like, this is why, like, the idea that we have with CRoM, I think, is so far, it might not be the only solution, but it's the best solution to a crossover anthology, because the problem that everybody has had that when we've talked about crossovers, and we've been talking about crossovers in
I wasn't
Comicsgate.
talking about crossover. I'm talking about
No.
your own book.
But it's the same. It has the same problem, and I'm going to explain what that problem is. Because we've been talking about crossovers in Comicsgate since the beginning. Like, oh, it would be great to have Cyberfrog with Lone Star and Bigfoot Bill. Like, you know what I mean? Like, these were things that people were talking about in 2018. Here's the problem with doing a crossover like that. What's the cut, right? Because somebody's going to be like, well, my character's the bigger character, it's the bigger draw, I should get more money. Who runs the campaign, right? Whose bank account are you going to trust this money to go into, and then get dispersed evenly? These have been issues that, is it going to, well, the one thing about an anthology that has nothing to do with what you're bringing up is the other issue is, like, how does it affect chronology? You know what I mean? Stuff like that. But the main two things are who gets paid, who gets the bigger cut, who do you trust to run the campaign, and stuff like all these different things, right? So bring that to a bundle campaign like you just suggested, and again, who's gonna, my book's the bigger book, maybe I should get a bigger cut. You're gonna have these egos clashing,
always.
We understand the ego thing. Now, I can say though that
who do you trust to run the campaign?
Pretty much since we've been doing the CRoMniVerse, we haven't had anybody.
Well, that was the other thing that the CRoMniVerse thing has over that is the fact that
for it, yeah.
It was marketed as, this is a promo tool for you. Yeah. There is no monetary incentive. You're volunteering your time and your work to promote your book through this book.
And promote each other, yes.
But if it makes money, everybody gets the same amount.
Gets a cut, right? Whether it's $20 or $200 or $2,000, everybody's going to, which is fine, but that's not the incentive, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's not the incentive. The incentive is promote your shit. Yes. Right? And promote everybody else's shit. That's the incentive. That's why what we're doing is great for up and coming creators who need to reach a wider audience, who might have like a decent sized audience but want to grow their audience. And this is another way that they could do it, because one of Edwin Badillo's fans might not know Doc, and Doc's fans might not know Edwin Badillo. Now they got this book in their hand, and they're like, "Oh wow, this guy could draw. Oh wow, this guy can draw and write." Blah 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 blah. Let me go check this guy out. I'll go follow him on Twitter. I'll go follow him on Instagram, wherever it is that person is. And next thing you know, he puts out another book, and he's got another 5-10 backers because of CRoMniVerse, right? So that's the incentive to be a part of CRoMniVerse, right?
Yeah,
that's why. That's why the same people that are involved in Volume 1, if they grow and make it big, right? Like if they grow, well, not say make it big, but if they grow to a point, they might not come back to do CRoMniVerse again unless they enjoyed it. You know what I mean? Because they don't need to. It frees up a spot for a newer creator to move up and be in Volume 2 or Volume 3. You know what I mean? So,
and it's got to be successful for there to be a Volume 2 and a Volume 3.
Well, right, of course.
Just like
but say it with me, it will be successful.
It will. I mean, and that's the thing. Like, if we hit a rut in the economy right now, you give it another go. And if the second go doesn't work, then you're like, all right, maybe this wasn't maybe this isn't a good idea. Yeah.
You know exactly what you said. You said it 40 minutes ago, Pops. It is that dogged determination that really, at the end of the day, you continue doing my 3 steps. Make the art, show it to people, be nice. You have to keep doing it. Be persistent. Yeah. Who was it that said that a minute ago?
Who knows what that means?
I have no clue. Shady motherfucker? I don't know.
Determination, merciless, forever.
Oh, gotcha.
Yep, Neff, you're exactly right. There is some backer fatigue out there, definitely, and there's an economic downturn. Absolutely.
The economy's definitely.
Fortunately,
wrong.
The economy is going to bounce back. And, the goal is always, whether you're Ethan or me, two opposite ends of the spectrum, you still want to expand to new audiences, not just the same audience.
That's what I was saying.
You got to expand.
You got to talk outside your own bubble, especially if you're promoting other people and you're talking to your own bubble. They probably already heard about you talking about them.
Right.
You got to go outside your bubble if you're a promoter. I'm always trying to grow the channel.
I'm scared of my bubble boundaries.
There's always something that makes people not like people, whatever.
Yeah, Neff, that's another good point. Neff is saying, crowdfunding is about delayed gratification. Here's my money now with the expectation my book will come later versus walking in a store, buying something and walking out. Spot on. And that goes back to what I said. Which is my book will be ready to go as soon as I launch the campaign.
Yeah, we were saying at least by fall.
So far in the chat, right there.
Well, I absolutely agree. Maybe not on the date, but yeah, it's coming.
Why does everybody want to jail Nico?
Nico, what did you do? Nico, what have you done? I didn't see anything.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing, and that's something that I even when I launched Hunting Alice, it was already kind of like a thing, like maybe try to have the book done and stuff like that, and it was one of those things that like I learned gotta have the book done, and like I'm learning that the hard way now, and on a book that I'm drawing, I won't make that mistake again. With Lightbringer, the nice thing about it was the script was at least already done when we went into that. And before we even launched the mailing list, the first 5 pages were at least done.
Yeah.
So
Vic is going to come through. Dude is a
yeah, and by the time we actually launched the real campaign, half the book was done. So right now I'm just waiting for him to finish up some inks, and then it's lettering, and then it's off to the printer. So that book, depending on printer time, is either going to be on time or like a week late. You know what I mean? Like it's not even going to be like an issue,
Yeah.
So
I'm assuming that Nico backed CRoMniVerse then.
Yeah. Now I'll say this: this is no reflection on anybody because I said this as soon as I stuck my pinky toe into the indie comic pool. I'm going to be finished before I launch my campaign completely. Because I have experience in the art field of deadlines. You never, ever, ever set a deadline you can't meet, and you have a product ready to go when the money is there. So that's from day one. I never even heard of a late book when I said that, and I'm still saying it.
So this is like I gotta go out here. This is one of the things that I get stressed out about. Okay, now that I'm actually part of a campaign, right? I'm like,
it's different on this side, isn't it, Pops?
Is everything happening? Is everything getting done? It's like Anthony. I was saying to Anthony 15 fucking messages in a row.
At 2 in the morning.
We need this. We need that. We need this.
Well, no, it's like I sit here and wait, and I trust in Anthony to take care of whatever, or to get back to me so we can bounce ideas off each other, whatever. When's our next meeting? Because I definitely have shit I want to talk to you about.
It was funny. It was a Monday. I was at work and I brought my laptop to work, right? And because Monday is like it's just me and the one manager who's like the manager on like the low end of the totem pole, right? So
after 15 messages, I said, I know you're at work, but
Right, yeah, that was the other one. He like messaged me, but that was Tuesday. But Monday, right? So like, I know we had talked about a bunch of things, like, and I had to change this, change that, add this, add that. So like, it was like Monday. It was like 3 o'clock, and you were like, "When are you gonna get on that?" Blah 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 blah. Blah. I'm like, already did. I did it while I was at work. I was like, check it out. I was like, we already got the graphics changed and this and that.
Yeah, yeah. Imagine though, I just have a picture of Anthony in my head when he's not on camera. My favorite stoner in the world, going, dude, you are totally harshing my buzz right now.
It's true.
I'm trying to maintain.
No, but it's funny too, and it's not like, listen, it's not just you guys. Like, I took it on myself, but I got like Aubie like over here. I got Pops over here. I got Liz over here. You know what I mean? The only one who's been cool so far, because we're still in signups, is Doc. He's like, we're still in signups, bro. We're collecting emails right now. We good. I'm like.
Speaking of which, if you haven't signed up for the mailing list for Pariah Blood and Mud, I'm promoting Pops. If you haven't signed up for Pariah Blood and Mud, head on over to Indiegogo and sign up. Doesn't cost you a thing.
The one graphic with the 2 pages from Six Gun. Did you change those? That was my question.
No, not yet. Yesterday I was on streams all day, so today I will be working on some stuff.
We're going on Shay's show on Saturday, and know Shay. She's going to dissect this. I need the stretch goals, even if they're locked. I need a graphic for it. I mean, you know what I mean? It's
yeah. Pop, did I not throw this campaign together in 12 hours? I think I could handle a couple of graphics today and have it done for you. But
that's what I said. What can we do?
When are you going?
Set up a meeting so that we can handle a few things. Because, like I said, when I go on Shay's show, I know how Shay looks at campaigns. She looks at them very thoroughly, and she gives you advice and whatnot. And I want her to go, "Wow, this is a really good campaign."
But
when
I don't know. Saturday, he said.
Saturday,
4:00, and
Anthony,
then Joe D's show.
You think you and I could hammer out a new trailer between now and then for the campaign? Because right now the trailer is the sign-up trailer.
I try.
We got to get with Pedro on that too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I'm still curious as to why I can't see your campaign under my thing anymore, man.
I don't know. Let me double check.
Yeah.
So now you're getting
that's bothering me.
Now everybody gets to watch.
Now it's back.
Oh, okay.
Now it's back.
Can? Okay, yeah. That was weird.
That was super weird.
Blame Crom. Blame Crom, little fucker.
There he is.
Little fucker.
Oh man. So but I mean, I definitely didn't want to come out here and make more out of what it was than it was. It was just like
I saw part of this, right? I didn't see Bancroft's stream. I'm assuming this is all because of the Dojo tweet or something like that.
Oh, I didn't see Bancroft. I didn't see.
No, this is what happened.
I didn't know anybody else did any kind of show about it. I was just looking, like I said, from a fan's point of view, and how disappointing it is to pledge on something and then in the end to not be able to get it in your hands as a fan.
This is what happens.
It wasn't as a creator or how creators can figure this out. It was as a fan. I've had a couple refund lately. A couple. And that bums me out. That's all.
You had people refund us?
No, I mean refund campaigns I pledged on.
Yeah, refunded back to him. That does make a good point, though, and I think the chat's been saying it all along too. There are literally 2 parts to this process. There's the creator and the consumer, and the consumers, they're going to do their part if we do our part, if they're able. But that's the key word,
So let me ask you a question. Did Dojo's new book not fun? Did it close?
Yeah, it closed the other night.
And it didn't
Toro Tales.
Yeah.
So if he'd have just gone with the Canadian Shield with the roach clip, they'd have sold. They broke the clip off, and then nobody wanted it without the clip. No,
no, I hear you. Like, here's the thing though. Like, I didn't even see. And I'm not blaming him. Maybe I'm just not watching the same streams. But I didn't see him out there
outside their bubble. Even the other shows they go on are in the same bubble.
Well, there aren't that many bubbles, though. You know, I mean, there are more than one, obviously, but not a whole lot of bubbles.
Yeah, I had a lot of people reach out to me, but I haven't done any promo streams in a while. So I was like, I should probably do that. I should probably get a promo stream together for a bunch of people that reached out. Like Justin from Belmont, he reached out to me at one point. You know, stuff like that.
And that one, look how long it took that to find. You had Perrin and Gerhard.
Yeah, you got Mike Barron on the book, and you got Ethan pushing it, and it still took an uphill push.
So that tells you right there, the economy's fucked. Okay.
And again, let me say this much more precisely. As creators, all we can do is everything we can do.
Mm-hmm.
Do everything you can do, and the rest of it's up to the consumer and the market as it allows them to purchase.
Right, and then that's why a lot of these prices have to change a little too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's why, like, you know, especially if you're a first timer or even if it's your second outing, you know, like Hunting Alice, we did $16 for 48 pages.
See you, Brian.
You know, for a Lightbringer, we went up to I think $20 for 48. Not like 38 pages, so it's like 10 pages shorter. But you know,
Mr. Good Stuff says the boss left for the day. Well, welcome back.
But then we had the opposite problem, right? Like Pops wanted to sell 100 pages at $25. Like, Pops, you got a 100-page book, brother. Like,
oh, I'm sorry. I was trying to give the fans a deal. Damn, what the fuck?
Yeah, you gotta give them a deal, but you gotta cover costs, you know, especially since
you gotta pay that overhead, man.
This is why you're running the campaign.
Yeah,
but I've seen 100
where my head was at.
Right, but I'm the same mindset, but you got to cover, like, I've seen 100-page books go for like $50, you know, $60. So it's like, you know, that like the sweet spot to make everybody happy was 35, right? Mm-hmm. So, and then
that shows my inexperience at anything involved on the running a campaign end of it. Okay, in which I totally own. That's why I got somebody else doing it. You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm a fan, and I'm like, how can we get this book into fans for the best fucking deal possible? And what all can we offer? And, you know, how much cool shit can we throw at them without going too crazy on the shipping cost? And
well, that's why the best with these campaigns, especially, I know like it's a lot of money, you know, in one shot, but the best value is like your one of everything tiers, you know what I mean? Because you can, like, okay, I'll knock $5 off the book, I'll knock $2 off the tapestry, I'll knock, you know what I mean? Like, you do this stuff, and then you give it to them for like a bundled price. And yeah, if it's $200, it's $200, but like, you know, you're going to attract the people who are like the completionists, who are the collector, who want like all the tchotchkes that go along with it. But then you're going to have people that just want the book, and you know, so
we got one of those the other day. Thomas, he hit me up. He's like, "Hey," he's like, "I just want the book. You guys got to make a tier with just all 4 books."
Right, and I did. But you know, I couldn't. Yeah, and I couldn't make, you know, I couldn't do much on like the price there. But you know, I think I did all
4 covers for $20
for $120. Yeah, so that was.
You get all the stretch goal stuff, you know.
Yeah, I think I knocked I think I did knock $5 off each, right? Because we're doing 35, aren't we? I forget.
One of my neighbors,
no, it's 30
up the street.
30. We're doing 30. Okay.
Watches
my fine
art live.
Yeah. Oh no, I wanted to do 35, but then like I was like, yeah, you know what? Let's just do 30. We'll bite the $5. That's right. That's right.
Wait, I mean, nobody's backed on the Dan Monroe tier yet, so if that one's really good, we might up that to 35.
Well, we got to get on. Just give me a sketch. Give me a sketch that doesn't have his hand in it that I can put on the placeholder. You know what I mean? Because that sketch looked good, but his hand was there. You
We're
know.
actually going to hopefully have a video to put up on
There's a
the campaign page of him actually doing some
Yeah,
work
but
on
it'd be nice to swap out that graphic with the
Me too.
question mark with the sketch instead. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let me tell
Like
you.
just give me a picture of the sketch, and then like so this way when people are scrolling through, they don't just see a blank white thing with a question mark there. You know what I mean? So, um, yeah, because that doesn't help anything. You know?
so we need to sit down and have another brainstorm session. Is what I'm hearing, and make some refinements. But I was going to say to Pops's point about he kind of is thinking like a fan, and you're saying we got to cover costs. This just happened to me. I have a neighbor 2 houses up that watches my fine art live streams, and she saw a painting and she wanted it, so she sent me a private message how much, and I told her my price, and she was just I ended up giving it to her. It's a $2,000 painting. I just walked over there and gave it to her because I get it. Sometimes you love something and you can't possibly afford it, and I've been there. So I was talking to Stuart Davies earlier, and he said the same thing. Is like, look, he makes enough money off of his YouTube where he can give at least 2 of his $10,000 paintings a year away. Just give them. You're going to pay postage on it, but he'll ship it to you. So I feel that. I feel the pain of not being able to afford all the stuff you want. Like when I'm on CromCon, I want to back everything I see.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's like there's so much good stuff out there, and the only ones that I feel it are the ones that are struggling to get to the funding goal. The rest, if they're funded, and it's like, man, I don't feel bad if I can't fund somebody or pledge to somebody that's already funded. I feel bad when I can't pledge to somebody that hasn't funded.
Actually, this is good stuff. I'm clearing out everything I have because here's an interesting fact about making art. Eventually, your house runs out of room to store it all. So I have my walls full. My neighbor over here has her walls full. My ex-wife actually owns a house a block away. Her walls are full. I'm still making art. So I'm like, damn, man, I got to get rid of some. I got to do a clearance sale. So hit me up, Mrs. Good Stuff, and I'll make you a deal on a beautiful impressionist landscape painting.
But yeah, we got to figure out ways to make sure we're going outside our bubbles when we're talking about other people's books. I mean, obviously, we go on our own channels and our own audiences watch, but that like I say, I use Facebook. I use it, man. I don't get caught in it. I don't worry about what's on my feed, but I promote to all those groups. I share if like I said, if somebody's got a cool horror book, I have 4 or 5 different horror groups that I'm part of, so I can share that book to people that actually like that stuff.
Can I do a little shameless plugging, Pups?
Oh, I don't know. What are we looking at?
Can you share my screen? I'll just scroll through some of the art I've got that's for sale and I guess on clearance.
Careful now, for all you art fans, you're gonna see real art now. Be careful.
This is most of my paintings are plein air, meaning I stood on this spot and I painted it as I saw it. This is a large 30 by 40, so good for a big den wall or above a fireplace. This one was a commission to repaint one I had painted years before that sold, and they backed out on it, so it's for sale now.
Art groups are fun. What are you talking about?
This one was really fun. A windy day in a field that had just been harvested, standing in the back of my truck to get a little altitude on my canvas, trying to keep it from acting like a sail and blowing away.
Mrs. G, I'm old and single.
This was a commission. This was not for sale. That was last Christmas.
Last Christmas, I gave
That
you
one's
my
sold.
painting.
I think I still have this one. Here's the name of this one. You ready? I couldn't help it. It's Oak on the Water. Oak on the Water. This is my favorite painting of all time. This is painted from Bay
Because your
Street
wife liked it. Shut
in
up.
Beaufort, South Carolina.
You like that one because your wife likes it. You know it.
No, actually, that's the one she didn't like.
Tell everybody what she says about your paintings, Doc.
I only get 2 pieces of feedback from my wife. This one sold also. That one sold. Because this is a local landmark. So it sold quick. I don't know why that one's in here. It's unfinished.
Get off my rock.
I don't remember if this one's sold or not. This is a popular spot around here. It's called Squirrel Bluff, where people go swimming. And this is my painting that got banned from Facebook because it was sexual content. Sexual content. Yeah.
Man, put that in the madness. Put that in the madness right now. I like posting stuff that Facebook bans in my group. Ask Thin Blue Line. Ask Florida Man.
That blew my mind. When I had a Facebook store, I was checking it one day and it said, this item has been removed because it violates our blah, blah, blah. So I started researching because it contains sexual content. Contact them. They're fucking flowers.
It's a sunflower. What are you talking about?
So it finally got resolved, but I was like, damn, man. Uh-oh. These guys are all intently typing away and staring at their screens.
Yeah,
So,
no,
what you're trying to say is
tweeting
that
so.
Bancroft had a show about this last night, about what I was talking about earlier.
Well, it was more or less about like I guess Dojo reached out to him and was like, I think I caused a hornet's nest on Twitter, and he showed the tweet. Yeah, so yeah, I didn't catch all of it. So.
I didn't see that tweet till this morning.
Pops asked me to tell you guys, my wife only gives me 2 pieces of feedback on my fine art. Now, I'll contrast that here in a second with what she's had to say about my book. But with my fine art, she only says one of 2 things. Either looking good, that means keep working, you're not there yet, or she'll say pretty, and that means you're done. Okay. But with my book, oh my God, she has been vocal. Here's the next thing you need to do, honey. I'm like, wait, are you the same? Who are you and what have you done with my wife? I'm
Is she
getting
editing
feedback.
your book? Is she editing your book?
She likes to think she is.
I don't know if it's Joe or Mo, but what's up, Amo?
What's up, Grizzly?
Yes, there was a reference to horror groups.
Horror groups.
If you guys haven't seen Amo Grizzly's book, dude, go check out abominablegrizzly.com. Check out Splinters of Yggdrasil. 1A, 1B, and 2A are available right now for $5 each. $5. Great read, great story, love it. Go back, go. You don't even have to go back that one. You just go spend the money, and it comes in your mailbox like in 2 or 3 days. I got mine really fast, so and it's good stuff. Yes, you're not twisted. You're married to twisted.
We're both twisted in the best possible way.
Yes. Now Anthony's in deep. You didn't see the look on his face.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of people to tag in this. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, going on Good Stuff's show was the most fun I have had in indiecomics since I started.
They put together a good show. Okay?
It was amazing.
Come out and talk. They'll take your stuff. They'll make little video clips. They got other people that contribute to the show. Little comedy stuff.
And the chat responds, man. They were on fire.
You see, and you notice they gave us a nice American sixth floor.
Yes.
Come on now.
Yes.
What do you mean unexpected? Look. This is what I do. You guys know that. This is what I do. So.
Oh, you are welcome. This is good stuff. I can't thank you enough for just allowing me to come on. I had a ball.
Yeah,
Next time I come for my book, I'm drinking so I can get on y'all's level. I had so much fun. I was laughing my ass off half the time.
Yeah, they have a great. I mean, since the very first time that I watched the show, a few months back, man, it's like every show is a good time. No matter who they have on, they always make it entertaining.
Yes. Yes.
Look, if the show's not entertaining and engaging, and you don't have the fan blowing up, like then you need to get new blood. I mean, you've seen us. We go through our times when things are slow, and then we pick up a new co-host or something, and he brings some more people to the fan base and to the show, and before you know it, it's grown a little bit more.
Yeah, I try personally not to show up on people's streams to, cause them to lose subscribers. But
No, Doc, you got that Barry White voice. The ladies love you, bro. I know what I'm doing over here. Trust me.
Yeah, then they see me and they go, "Ooh, what was I thinking?"
Yeah, they'll see. We're going to get you this avatar. We're going to get you this cool ass avatar. You're just going to be all smooth.
Hello, darling. Nice to see you. Anthony, when you're concentrating, it's a little scary. Just gonna be honest with you.
Why? Why?
Your facial expressions are.
You look like you're plotting where you're gonna hide the next body.
Oh, I got spots.
This thing's
Are
Ramon.
you kidding?
Come on.
I got the Poconos Mountains, an hour and a half north of me, and I got the Pine Barrens an hour south of me. Yeah, I'm good.
You'll never find a boom, 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 boom. Another love quite like mine.
Mrs. Good Stuff and Amanda B.
That was a good shot. Did you guys see that?
Hold up. Ms. Good Stuff and Amanda B, since you're both here, Lola and Christy are hosting Ladies Night on April 29th for CROMCon. Just letting you know, you're both invited. Obviously, 8 o'clock until there's nobody watching, right?
And beyond. There's gonna be nobody watching. If they're going good, they'll go.
Oh man, Christy by herself.
I was gonna say, Christy don't even need an audience. I bet she sits around in her home by herself and just rolls.
Talking to the cats.
Yeah. Hell, I talk to the damn dogs. When you work from home, ladies and gentlemen, for an extended period of time, you start to go a little bit crackers. It was like I took a part-time job 2 years ago, just to get the F out of the house and have somebody to talk to. Because, eventually I'm in here painting, this is before I started doing comic books again. I'm doing a painting and I'm talking to the dog. You think I need to push this back a little bit? What the hell am I doing? I'm talking to a fucking dog. I got to get out of the house.
I talk to the dogs all the time.
Yeah, me too. But
I wanted y'all,
especially since two of them talk back. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's like you're actually having a conversation.
Where is Rocky?
Upstairs.
Rocky, get your ass down here. You're
I don't think he
entertaining.
can hear you. See, when there's somebody home, he's up there,
Mm-hmm.
and if there's nobody home, then
Or if you have food. And Ms. Good Stuff says her dogs are her therapists. Yeah, they are good listeners. Well, my puppy
Rocky
is
talks
not
back
yet a
way
good
too much to be a therapist. He talks way too much. I'm really glad I can't understand what he's saying because I'm sure I'm getting cussed out.
Grizzly says his cat is a bad influence on him. Listen, if your cat's not a bad influence, your cat's not catting. Oh, pardon me. A little lung bug.
So we got tapestries available.
I have a question. Do I need to send this trading card that I made to somebody?
Well, we have to figure out what we're going to put on the back of it, don't we?
I don't know.
Yeah, we still have to design the back of the card.
So I don't need to send it anywhere. Just take a picture and send it.
Well, you're going to need a high-res scan to go to the printer when we have it all ready to go. You know.
All right. I'm doing that next week because I got to send Allie my 10 pages. She's going to color and letter for me. And you know what? If that works out, Anthony, I want to bring her on to Blood and Mud too.
That's one of them stretch goals. So if we don't reach the stretch goal, we don't have to do nothing, Doc.
Well, you know, I'm assuming the victory.
Well, I'm just saying.
In the military, when we charge a hill, we don't do it to fail.
I know we need to design the back of the card, but it's not like it's not up here. And right now up here is like the video and you know.
Did you hear what I said though?
No, I was talking.
When I was in the military, we didn't charge up that hill to lose. If I charge up that hill, I'm coming to take the hill. So we're gonna get there.
I want to get to the rolling papers. I want to Anthony. We got to put Dank Dealer. We got to put Bix. We got to put Bix art on the rolling paper package.
The Dank Dealer.
The Dank Dealer.
We could do that.
We have to. There's just no better picture out of all the art that I've seen so far. That's the one.
I agree, 100%. And I'm one of the other artists. That was a brilliant idea. Oh wait,
that would be a great package.
That was
great packaging for prom rolling papers. You know.
What's up, the ninja?
So you know, I mean that I want to get to that stretch goal, and you know. Maybe the Crom Roach clip. I mean, I have stretch goal ideas.
I love that it's just now 10 o'clock in the morning, knowing I still have until a good 12 hours I can work. But Anthony,
let him work today, Anthony.
Before you fall back into that hole you go into where you're not reachable for several days at a time, when we're not on stream, give me a call. There's just one or two little things I want to kick around with you. Copy?
Yeah, he's talking to you, not me.
Copy?
Yeah. I copy.
All right. Acknowledge. Acknowledge, please. Acknowledge.
I did. You guys were talking over me, though.
Yeah, I just want to have a short meeting and do, you know.
Here's my stretch goal.
Everybody watching who's involved in the project, you guys do know that the deadline is 4/20. 4/20. If there's something you need, some kind of help you need with your story or whatever, if we don't know about it, we can't help you. There's a DM chat on Twitter. Let us know what you need. Let us know what you have done. Keep everybody keep each other apprised of what's going on so that we can put this all together when the time comes, when the deadline has gone by. I want to be able to go, okay, Anthony, here's all the freaking files. Here's everything, you know? So, drawn in tears. Get drawn into these guys' stories, you know? Get drawn into these guys' stories so that they can finish them when the time comes.
Yeah, that's true. We still got to have time to do that.
Yeah, you know, so back those drawn in tears so that we can tell everybody, hey, you got this one, we'll need pictures, we'll need all
I want Mrs. Good Stuff in my book.
Oh, you gonna turn her into an Uber driver, man?
Yeah, man.
Put her in one of them little tuxes with a nice little hat and shit, right?
Chauffeur.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I got a lot of plans. I hope we get to some of them because they'll all be cool. They'll all be part of the theme of CRoM, what he is and who he's about, what all these other creators are bringing, man. Come on. Nephilim Squadron. You guys know Hex's book, everybody on his planet is plugged into the internet. I can't wait to see what kind of havoc Crom creates there. You know, there's some great concepts, and it's all going to be good. Doc's story has this Sons of Anarchy ending. You won't see it coming. It's good. You won't see it coming. You'll laugh your ass off after you read it.
I hope so.
You know. Well, you'll be giggling your ass off through the whole story, but when you get to the end, you're just going to be like, fuck.
Hearing Crom's voice in my head when the little voice I created for him helped me draw my pages for the CRoMniVerse.
Yeah,
listen there, sweet cheeks.
now, this is one of the things I was thinking about too. You know the CromCon theme video, the song, CromCon, where you just screaming, right?
CromCon.
That's his voice.
CromCon. CromCon.
It gets higher pitched and higher pitched as he says it. But you know what I mean? Yeah, that's Crom's voice right there. CromCon.
Yeah, listen there, lamey nipple chops. I got some stuff to tell you, so let me break this down for you. What did you call me? What?
It's going to be good, you guys. It's going to be good. Going to have fun doing it. All we got to do
Elizabeth
is...
says to Crom at one point, "What do you want?" And he says, "I want a motorboat between your boobies."
That's the problem with being born on the internet.
No filter.
Well, no, I mean, there's like everything was available to him. He was born with all the Pornhub and all that, right? I mean, it was all part of it.
I think he was born in Pornhub. That's where he came from.
I am not going to say Edwin was watching Pornhub when he created the Madness logo.
No, I meant the fictional story.
Let's not create lore that doesn't really exist or that we don't know.
That's the lore I'm going with. Yeah, listen, I've seen a lot of films. Easy, killer. Easy.
But yeah, just have fun, yo. Everybody just has to have fun. See what I'm saying?
F Danny.
Just have fun. F Danny.
F Danny.
Electra loves me.
That pops
why
so
nobody
hard.
else does.
That was a really cool sketch. Who did that?
That was JT Malloy, I think. Yeah.
I like that. I like the loose, free and easy. I like that. I like that a lot.
He's the one that did the Super Pops. Do you know about the Super Pops?
Yep, I've seen Super Pops.
That one.
Yep.
He's the one that did both of those. Actually, he did that Black Cat and that Super Pops right there.
I just liked how impulsive that Electra sketch was. I like to see that. You know, sometimes refined is overrated. Let me see the raw and the quick and the expressive.
Man, I got some good Electra art. I ain't gonna lie. Good stuff on the wall up in here.
She is not. She's in the chat.
Okay. All right. So, Anthony, just let me know when you got a few minutes so we can touch base backstage or behind the scenes and talk about a couple things, and then, you know, you're free for the weekend, whatever.
So you're muted.
You're muted, buddy.
Only thing I got to do right now is eat, because I am starving. And then I do have some work to do, but
yeah, just hit me up whenever. Just let me know.
I can make some time in between eating and then before sitting down.
And then holler at me after that, because mine's easy, very easy. Matter of fact, we can do it backstage. It'll take 5 seconds.
Yeah. Well, what you call it? Let's all three meet up again in like an hour.
Okay.
Is that cool?
Yeah, that works for me. I work for me, so my boss is a douche, but my employee's shitty. So
Oh, holy shit!
I heard a pop. RJ.
You're supposed to be at work.
RJ?
I am at work, but I was listening to you guys just a little bit. I was like, I'm going to take another opportunity to let people know this is here.
Oh, wow.
There it is. There it is.
I've got
Missed out on that one.
both covers. So
Nice.
I'll begin shortly. I just got the data from Kemosabe, so
Nice.
I'll be sending out all the people who bought just the soft covers. I'm waiting for. I'm not sending anything yet because, as often happens, these things come in waves. So it's like, hey, you got the books. Now the cards are coming.
Yep. Yep.
And then the metal covers will come. So when I have everything, then I can start fulfilling. As soon as I get the cards, I can start fulfilling because everybody gets a card. It's you know, the metal covers I can hold off on those. Say, okay, well, don't ship those until I get them, obviously. But,
Immortal Rising. What's up?
Y'all go subscribe to his
RJ,
channel.
it's good to see you. You know, in the actual daytime, even though you're in the pitch black there.
yeah, it's
I was beginning
it's
to think
weird.
you were a
At
vampire.
nighttime, I have better lighting. Apparently, I've got the windows open. I feel like I'm on a Queen album cover here.
I've got too much. It's like,
Yeah, it's like Queen or Kiss. You know, you
Yeah.
definitely got like that. I couldn't even do that. I mean, my black lights are still on from last night, but you wouldn't even be able to tell because I got a window right here and a window right here.
and I've got an east-facing window, and it's morning.
You guys can tell who the vampires are in the room. It's like, no sun in at all.
I got to get some sun, though. I have never been this pale in my life, man. I got to get out in the sun some. I'm starting to look like a comic book geek or some shit. I don't know.
Get out there and kiss a girl or something, right? You know,
Well, I do that every day, but she's a vampire, too.
works out.
RJ, he's starting to figure it out now. He knows he can pop in. I pop in on his shows all the time. It's like now he's going to start returning the favors. Like, boom,
Yeah.
oh, RJ's here.
Like I said, I've never seen RJ in the daytime. I was starting to think he was a myth.
Yeah, he'll be fulfilling the EntertheCRoMniVerse campaign, so you don't have to worry about that aspect of it. We all know RJ does a good job.
Yep. Hardworking man. Hardworking man.
I just
I'm
got
gonna-
the shipment notice today too for Nina for her next Sunrise Blossom book. So that'll be arriving for all the people who back that. Keep them busy. Keep them busy. Hey, Amanda. Say hi to Mike for me.
I'm going to bounce, guys. Somebody just shoot me a link in an hour, and we'll have that little meeting. RJ, good to see you, man.
Same here,
Chat,
Doc.
you guys rock. Pops.
Hey, you got my note about your video, right?
Yes, thank you for catching that, man. I was like, oh my God. You listen, real short story. The very first solo art show I ever had at a gallery that was worth showing at, they let me design my own flyer, and I misspelled a couple of words in it, and it went public. So thank you for catching that.
RJ, you need a Madness coffee cup. I'm just saying.
Peace out.
I got this one, and then I've got an I got a nice little glare right there in the middle. That's my window that's open.
Yeah, I see that.
And then I've got the Antarctic Press coffee mug that has all their women standing around the video game playing it.
Just a little product placement. That's all. You know.
Yeah, I get it. I can get a because I got those stickers. I'll get me a plain mug as well and put stickers all around it.
That's whatever you got to do. Right? That's right. I mean, I do whatever. I'm trying to promote people. Whatever I got to do, I do. Got a little incantessi action right there. Always promoting the co-hosts and the people involved. Anthony, you can go ahead and get something to eat, and we can all meet again in an hour, like Doc said.
All right, cool.
You know, I had to
RJ,
hang
good
out.
seeing you.
Same here, man.
I'll catch you guys later. Hail the chat. Talk to everybody soon. And peace.
It's just us, Pops, and I got nothing else to promote.
Yeah, well, I mean, it wasn't. It was just one of those. I don't know. It was like we just got to figure out. We're slowly figuring it out, but we got to figure out ways to make sure that, you know, especially the ones that look really good, it'll make sure they get funded, man. The fans are counting on us as promoters.
And I'll tell you what, it's getting harder and harder to stay in motion with stuff. I mean, you know, you see things like Dojo Kun's last project, and he's like, hey, you know, I've been out here promoting my butt off. Tell me why Toro Tales didn't fund. And like my first response was, I never heard about it.
See, in the same little circle as all the only places it was being promoted.
And well, you know, and I'm in that circle, and I still never heard about it.
Well, I mean, I knew about it because I promoted it myself, but we have to find ways to reach outside of our little sandbox. You know, we all, as promoters, I'm not talking about, you know, everybody out there. As promoters, we got to figure out how to get outside our own sandbox, keep making our channels grow, but with actual comic fans, with actual comic buyers, not people looking to see what Will Smith did. You know what I mean? There's two kinds of channels. There's channels that are looking for views, and there's channels that are looking for customers and fans. Yep. You know, I'm looking for customers and fans up over here. You know,
there's too many channels out there telling you why you shouldn't be customers of a creator or of a group that a creator belongs to.
Those ones are bad.
And they're supposed to be helpful.
Yeah, I'm not down with anybody that's, you know, taking shots at people just for views. That's, I mean, if you're building your channel to be a drama channel, then what, you know, that's fine.
Yeah.
But, you know, if you're a promoter, it's like,
I'm not saying
to build your channel, because then that's who your audience is.
Yeah.
You see?
If something happens that's relevant and important and it happens to be dramatic, you're almost doing a disservice to your audience if you don't talk about it. But, you know, if you start looking around for reasons to have that kind of stuff, then it's a totally different thing entirely.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If that's the channel you're building, then, you know, by all means do that. But if you're actually trying to promote people, if your channel is all about drama streams and stuff, those are the fans that are going to be there, not the fans that buy comics. You know, that's why I try to keep mine pretty clean. I try to keep it mostly all about the art, promoting comics, promoting what you guys do. That's why I try to keep my channel that way, because I don't want people coming here looking to see what the news of the day is. I want people to come here because they're looking for good comics to back or support or promote.
Yeah,
you know, and that's other YouTube channels, everything. You know, I promote everybody. I want, if you know, there's people that go on Sam Barrett's channel that would probably never deign to ask to come on my channel, you know, but I still promote his channel and everything he's doing because I want all them people to get seen. You know,
well, we're keeping at it. We got what do we got tonight? I'm 3 weeks ahead of myself looking here.
Alpha Dogs 2 countdown tonight.
What's countdown?
The Alpha Dogs 2 campaign. We're counting down tonight. 6 o'clock. It ends at 7. So I'll be out here at 6. I know my graphic is wrong. It says 7. I thought his campaign ended at 8 and we were coming out an hour early, but we're going to be out there at 6, and I will fix that right after this broadcast. I promise you. We'll be out there at 6. Campaign ends at 7. Alpha Dogs 2. I got number 1. It was good enough for me to like it a second time. What could I tell you?
That's the important thing. We got Austin Janowski on tonight with his comic book, Stanley the Snowman. So it's a good.
That's at 8 or 9?
8 Eastern.
8 Eastern. Right.
All my shows, I try to get at 8 Eastern. Saturday, we have a special afternoon show. We don't usually do something in the afternoon, but at 3 p.m. Eastern, we're going to have Glenn Fleming on talking about his Jack Kirby book and DVD, where he spent, all that time with Jack. And then at 8
it
p.m.
ended this morning or last night.
Yeah.
The campaign ended.
It's going in demand now, but
Justin knows what we're talking about, man. Justin had to work his ass off and go everywhere to get his campaign.
He even came to my channel of all places. Come on, I mean, that's you talk about your desperation.
I mean, he worked his ass off. He had to work his ass off to get to the funded goal. That's what I'm talking about, you guys. Just like we all know, everybody that backed this book wants this book. There's almost 100 people that back this book that want this book. It would have been horrible if it didn't get funded.
But you know what? Now that it has been funded,
a good chunk of people that wanted that book, and it gets to that point. It's like, I work harder. I want that book to get funded.
Now just make it a good book, and all those customers will be your advertisers for the second book.
Well, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. We can't do much about book 2 if book 1 sucked. I ain't gonna lie about that. Okay, there ain't much we can do, but make a good product. We'll promote the hell out of it. RJ and I have had our studios back to back for a while now. We both support what each other's doing. We pick up guests from each other and we send them on to the next guy. And, that's what this is all about. Now, some of the people that I send you to, they might not be CG. They still promote comics. You see what I'm saying? And that's where some of this is getting lost, is don't just promote the CG channels. If you're CG, promote everywhere. There's going to be people that tell you can't promote here. I won't be that guy. You can promote in my Facebook group anytime you want. The bigger the playing field. I want a big audience. I want a big audience, so I promote to all these other channels.
Exactly. If I promoted just CG, I'd have a very, very small show.
And if I just promoted on my channel, it'd never grow.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You got to jump outside your own little sandbox, man. If you really want to promote, especially if you're representing other people as a promoter, your little audience it's cool. It was what brought that person to you, but they're going to expect you to be trying to grow that audience all the time. As a promoter, that's what we're supposed to do. Keep making our audience bigger and bigger, and make sure it's people that actually give a shit about comics. If you're promoting comics,
sometimes I get, like self-conscious about it, because I'll be like, oh crap, I'll host a show. And I'm like, I got a great guest on tonight. And I look at that little eyeball up in the counter there. I'm like, I see a 1. And then I'll look over at my phone where I'm watching the video. I'm like, and it's me.
Now, they're not always honest with us. Okay. StreamYard is not always honest with us, because I've had 15 people in the chat and it tells me that there's 3 people watching.
Yeah, I've had 0 people on the eyeball and comments scrolling by my.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
No sense,
they're not telling us the truth. Like this one right here is only on YouTube. I didn't put it in my group. I didn't put it on Twitter because I didn't want to start a huge fucking thing on Twitter, right? So this is in my group or on my YouTube. If you have comments, you can leave them here. You can leave them after the show, whatever. But I didn't make it a social media thing. I hit up,
I do the Facebook and the YouTube. Those are the only 2 I really hit, even though I've got Twitch. I've got other outlets I could, and I could use up to 3 right now. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, right now I don't have see the return when I've tried it. I tried the Twitch thing. I get nothing off of Twitch.
The Twitch is for the art. Like if you're having I only do my draw stream on Twitch.
Okay.
The Sunday afternoon draw stream. I put that on Twitch because the people like watching the art streams over there.
I figured if I'm going to go on Twitch, first I got to get a ball pit.
And then like Instagram recently made it so that you can actually post from the computer.
Okay.
Okay, that was a game changer for me. I can go out and put my promo cards on Twitter for our shows, or I mean on Instagram for our shows. Okay, I don't try to grow my Instagram. I don't like tell everybody I have an Instagram, but it's growing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Instagram would be a whole lot better if
you could link.
you put links in there. Yeah. You put links in there, they're just text. It doesn't do you any good.
Yeah.
Because no one's going to copy and paste a link. They just don't do it.
Yes. See, and there, Belmont, even though he knows that you and I know he's going to be there, he's telling everybody else.
Yeah.
See, this is what you got to do, man. I personally will be at Grand Rapids Comic Con on April 9th, walking around the floor, interviewing people, handing out flyers and pins and goodies. You never know. You never know what could happen. I have some stuff, some stuff people might like. Yeah, you can use your computer to post on Instagram now, Ebo. See, you didn't even know. Now you know. Yeah, you can post from your computer now. I never use it because I hate that phone. You guys know that. I wouldn't even have a phone if I didn't have to have it attached to all my stupid ass accounts online.
Well,
I mean,
Speaking of phone, mine has blown up a little bit here with actual work. So
that's only a good thing.
There's probably a manager who subscribes to the Madness and wants to know what I'm doing here during the work. But I just wanted to pop in and show that.
No, I did not know that. I don't think you can put a link in your Instagram bio.
Yeah, you can put a link there, but usually you're going to do your homepage there, and that works. I mean, if you're ambitious and you want to keep changing it every single time you have a new link to show, which is every day for every show.
No, I mean, like for me, it's like if I have the Comic Talk with Pops Van Zandt up there for a week, and then maybe I'll put the comic-related madness up there for a week, and, just the places where I want to bring people to. It may not be a bad idea. Thank you. Thank you.
I've got the criticalblast.com link up there on ours.
You have it.
I got it just because, same reason I got the Twitch channel. If there's a new social media platform and you have a brand, you got to grab it even if you're not going to use it, just so that nobody else grabs it and makes off like they're you.
Or using all my links, link tree, whatever. Yeah.
Well, anyway, Pops, I'm gonna take off on you here. If you ordered the company men, it will be on its way to you very soon. Got bricks of these things, so cool. I'm very, very, very excited to see this one. This was, like I said, this was the first. This is like the 15th or 16th fulfillment that we've done with Critical Blast Logistics, but he was my first signed up customer, first one to believe in the concept I was pushing out there. We got his shipping down to $8 from Australia, which is why he sold somewhere between 200 and 250 copies of this thing. Before that, you weren't selling 200 books out of Australia. You weren't selling 100 books out of Australia. It was just too expensive. So happy to see this working.
Guy. And I'll tell you what, I also, as soon as I met RJ and talked to him a little bit about what he was doing, I was 100% on board. You guys see it. I got product placement all the freaking time, and I'm always, supporting what he does, and he's doing the fulfillment on our book too. So,
Yep. All right, Pops. You have a good morning. I will talk with you later today, probably.
All right, brother. Peace. So, I think we covered everything for today. This went way freaking longer than I planned. I was like, I'm going to go do one of them little short videos and get out of there, Yeah, that didn't work. Oh, you didn't see that. Y'all didn't see that. No. All right. So, I guess, since it wasn't really a planned show, I'm not tripping too much about an outro. I'm just going to do the old, the old one, I guess, since it's the only thing loaded in this studio. I hardly ever use this studio. I'm just saying. Yeah, and their shipping is a little different. Count on it. Those guys are also way bigger than Kimosabi. Way bigger. You expect them to sell that many. Just saying. Time to go, yo. Check it out. Peace. Hey, yo. Pops here. Are you looking to be on Monday Madness? Is Monday no good? You need a special edition? Are you looking to be on the first timer spotlight on for you new guys? Launch parties? Countdowns? CROMCon Monthly? We got it all right here at the Madness Comic Network, providing online promotional services for the indie comic community and proud sponsor of
Comic Books for Kids provides comic books to kids in hospitals and cancer centers across the U.S. It's a place where we can all work together to make sure every child has a comic book. 100% of all proceeds go towards the kids. It's about making a difference, and while they're in the hospital, allowing them to fly like a superhero, battle dragons, or rescue teddy bears. We are in every state in the country and now support over 160 hospitals. Every month, we add more.
Visit CB4